Hi, welcome to chefmasterclass.com. My name's Travis McCauley, Executive Chef from Hellenic Republic. Today we're going to make one of the most iconic Greek dishes around, Dolmathakia, or dolmades as everybody commonly knows them, okay? And I think you'll be surprised at how easy they are to make. For our dolmades, we've got very basic ingredients. We've got some vine leaves. Right, so these have come in a brine, so they've actually been blanched and then put into a brine, so they are pretty much cooked. If you're going to take this off use proper vine leaves off a tree, you'll need to boil them in salted water and then refresh them in cold water before you use them. Okay. We've got some diced onion. We've got some allspice and some cinnamon. We've got some long grain rice. We've got some parsley and we've got some dill. Okay, so that's our onion diced for our dolmades. Okay, so all we need to do now is we need to sweat the onion off with our rice and cook, sort of par-cook the mix for our dolmades. We're going to add a good couple of 100 mils of olive oil, and we've got our finely diced onion that we're going to add to that. We want to cook our onions without any colour, so we're just going to drop the heat down a little bit and just cook them over a medium heat so they don't catch. We're just going to add a pinch of salt to help break those onions down and also bring the flavour out. We're going to add our rice to our onions. We're going to add a pinch of allspice and a pinch of cinnamon. We're just going to cook those out for another minute before we add our liquid to that, just so the rice can start to cook and soak up some of the flavours from the onion. We're going to add our cold water to that. We're just going to let that come up to the boil. Pop our lid on, and we're going to drop it down to the lowest possible setting that we can get. Now this has been simmering for 5 minutes. All we're going to do, we're going to take it off the heat, leave it on the side, and just let it finish absorbing all that flavours and the liquid up. And we're going to let it cool down a bit before we add our fresh herbs to it. Now, our 20 minutes is up, and our rice has just finished soaking up all that liquid. And what we're going to do, we're going to finish it off with our fresh dill. So we're just going to chop it. Pop our fresh dill in, pop some parsley. We're just going to mix this through. Now all we're going to do, very important, is that we taste this mix. Even though the rice is only half cooked, we want to make sure that it is tasty. So I'm just going to add a little bit more salt to that. Mix that through, and that's our dolmade fast made. It's now time to roll our dolmades. Now what we've done, we've got these beautiful vine leaves, okay? These have come out of brine, so what we're going to do is we're going to give them a really good wash. We've picked off the stem. We've got a smooth side and a rough side. We're going to put the smooth side down just for presentation, okay? What we're going to do is we're going to take a good spoon of our rice mix, right in the middle of the leaf. We're going to fold up the end, tuck our two sides in, and we're just going to fold that over. So we've got all our rolled dolmades, we've lined them up on a plate. We're going to give them a good drizzle with olive oil. We're going to put another plate on top, and what that's going to do is as the rice expands, the dolmades aren't going to burst open because they've got something to sort of stop that doing that. Now I've got a ramekin in the bottom of our pan. I've just popped some water in the bottom, and we're just going to steam the dolmades in here. So we're going to pop our plates on top of the water, and then we're going to pop our lid on, and that'll just seal that shut. Okay, now we're just going to pop that onto the stove, bring the water up to the boil, and then we're going to drop it down to simmer and let it simmer away gently for an hour, just so the rice soaks up all the steam and finishes cooking, and those dolmades will just become nice and tight. These have been cooking for an hour, and then we turn the heat off and we let them sit there for half an hour to sort of finish off. Now all we're going to do, we're going to take this whole plate and its lid, we're We're going to stick it straight into the fridge. Great, now our dolmathers have set. All we need to do is serve them. So we've just got some natural Greek yogurt. Just going to serve big dollop of those on the side. And then we're just going to arrange our dolmathers on the plate. Touch of olive oil. There we go. Like I said, nice and easy. Give them a go, and look forward to seeing you at Hellenic Republic soon. Thanks. Bye.
How are you, Stu?
I'm well, thank you.
That's good. Now, these wonderful stuffed vine leaves that Travis from Hellenic Republic has just whipped up for us.
Great.
Yeah, they're beautiful, and they've got sort of an earthy, woody, cinnamony, spicy flavour through them.
They certainly have.
So how do you match those? What wine's going to work the best?
Okay, this is probably the easiest matching that I've ever done.
Okay.
A classic bone-dry Riesling from the Barossa Valley in South Australia. It has all this wonderful lemon, lime, a zesty, fruit-driven punch to it, which will cut through the oiliness and the vine leaves of the Dolmathakia. So it's a perfect match. But also because a very, very good Riesling is basically made in the vineyard. That is, there's very little human interaction in a Riesling. It's crushed Riesling grapes, beautifully fermented, and bottled at exactly the right precise time to retain its zestiness. That zestiness will actually cut through the Dolmathakia and make for a wonderful, the crunchy acidity of the Riesling will cut through the brown rice and the onions, which is actually the hallmark of this particular vine leaf.
Yeah, which is quite woody.
It is quite woody, and this luckily has some woody notes. So as I've been saying a lot, the palate weight of the food and the palate weight of the actual wine goes together.
Palate weight.
Yeah.
Is?
Great. Palate weight is basically the mouthfeel of the wine and the mouthfeel of the food. So you have lighter styles of food, you have lighter styles of wine, you have heavier styles of food, and you have heavier styles of wine.
Okay.
I mean, basically, if you put a heavier style of food with a lighter style of wine, you know which one will win. It will be the heavier food. So basically, ideally, you try and match palate weight, flavour weight with flavour weight.
Right.
And usually, for instance, with the Dolmathakia, with the vine leaves and the oil and the crunchy onion and the crunchy rice, this has wonderful, crisp, crunchy acidity, which will actually be a very good match for it, and they'll actually come together in a really, harmonious uniting. So
Lovely, classy-looking label.
Classic styling of label. Bob McLean. This is his own particular baby that he's got going at the moment. Fantastic brand, his own brand. The higher part of the Barossa Valley. But let's have a look at it. Oh, that is.
Oh, that's so kind of fresh and.
That just jumps out of the glass. Fresh, like I said before, almost a minerality to it. The lemony, the limey zestiness. It just is a fantastic summer drink already just by looking at it and smelling it. But fantastic food wine too. Let's have a taste.
Oh, that's lovely.
Boy.
Oh, that's really, really nice.
Are you getting all that tingling across your tongue?
Yeah, the thing is, when I first tasted it, it kind of hits you with that beautiful fruity, but not over the top. And then when you swallow it, it leaves a beautiful sort of almost a musky taste in your mouth.
It does have this wonderful little...
And that goes beautifully with the cinnamon
confectionery drive, absolutely.
The allspice from the vine leaves.
Perfect intermingling of flavours and characters. But not a hint of sweetness, you know what I mean?
It's believe it or not, it's not sweet and sickly at all.
No, not at all.
It's not sort of that fruity, sweety.
This is meant to be
gorgeous,
divinely refreshing. It
really is.
And if the vine leaves Dolmathakia were meant to be as an aperitif almost, this could be used as an aperitif as well.
Oh, wonderful.
Really uplifting. Great.
I think Travis would be very proud to have his vine leaves matched to this beautiful wine.
I sincerely hope so.
Yeah. Cheers.
Cheers.